Hello, welcome in the new part of the nationalism in Europe. Till here, we have understand the starting of nationalism with the French Revolution in the Europe, and then the spread of the nationalism throughout the Europe. The different revolutions, the suppression of the revolutions, conservatives conquering the power, limiting the authorities. This all we have studied till here. The building nation we have studied, but now the making political border or changing the government is not enough to do the to make the nation, to build the nation. The feelings, the attachments are also important. To make the attachment, to make the feelings, some presentation, some representations are needed. That representations of the nations were done in the 18th and 19th century by the artists through the different images or through different allegories, different symbols were used. So these all were used to represent their nation. That is the visualizing the nation we are going to study in this part. Representing the nation through the different symbols or through the different allegories. That is the visualization. And how could it occur? How could it come in existence? That we will study in this part. Before starting the point in detail, first try to understand these two terms. The first term is the abstract and second is the allegory. Once you understand these two terms, you understand the point. There is no any more than these two terms, two words. So it is important to understand abstract. What is meaning of the abstract? Abstract means existing the in thoughts. Something whatever is having, it is having in a thoughts, existing in a thoughts or as an idea. This is an idea but not having a physical or a concrete existence. This is the abstract. The idea is having in the thoughts. Allegory. The- when an the abstract idea which we studied in the earlier term, that abstract idea, when an abstract idea is expressed, represented through a person or a thing, is an allegory. The allegory stories has two meanings. It is can you can make meaning in the two way. One is the literal or another is the symbolic. I hope you understand these two terms. Now we'll turn toward the real part of the point. First we will see a face to a nation. Through the visualizing the nation, it is tried to make the face for the nation. While the rulers were ruling, it was very easy to represent them through the portrait or the statues. The ruler statues were made or the portraits were made. So that was easy. But how could a face to a nation, how could make it? Artists in 18th and 19th century found a way out personifying a nation. These people, the artist personified a nation. Personifying nation, presenting a nation in a way of a person. The personification part you have studied in the English grammar. I hope you can recall that, you can use that knowledge here. So this artist found the way to represent a nation through the personifying. In other two words, they represented a country as if were a person. The nation is represented as a person. Nations were then portrayed as female figures. Once the personification taken place, after personification, the nations were represented, portrayed in the female figure. The female figure form that was chosen to personify the nation did not stand for any particular woman in a real life, which female is used to personify a nation. That female, that woman, is not in the real life, rather is sought to give the abstract idea of the nation in a concrete form. through this symbolic way, through the female allegory, the artist tried to represent their ideas, abstract ideas, with the help of symbols. That is the allegory. That is, the female figure became an allegory of the nation. So, the abstract idea presenting in the personifying way, and mostly the personification is for the personification, the female figures are used. This is the allegory. So here, I hope you understand giving the face to a nation. Now we will see the examples, how the symbols were used to represent, to visualize a nation. We will see. You have studied most of this part in the class 9th also. The symbols, how the symbols were used. During the French Revolution, artists used the female allegory to portray ideas such as liberty, justice, and the republic. You will recall that during the French Revolution, artists used the female allegory to portray ideas such as liberty, justice, and the republic. These ideas were represented through specific objects or symbols. As you would remember, the attributes of liberty are the red cap. This is the red cap. You have studied last year also. I am showing it again. The red cap, which was the attribute of the liberty. The broken chain is also there. The broken chain is also you are looking here. These are used as the symbols. Symbols. Woman carrying a pair of weighing scale. Woman carrying a weighing scale that you have studied in the class 9 also. Similar female allegories were invented by artisans in the 19th century to represent the nation. In France, she was christened Marie. Here you are looking the picture of this allegory, Christian Marie. This is also you have seen in the last year also, a popular Christian name which underlined the idea of people's nation. She was representing the people's nation. Her characteristics were drawn from those of liberty and the republic. The red cap, the tricolor, the cockade, statue of Marini were erected in a public squares to remind the public of the national symbol of unity and to persuade them to identify with Marini image were marked on coins and stamps also. This is the stamp you are looking. So in this way, people used the images, the allegory to create strong nationalism in the France. We have studied this one here. Now we'll move toward the Germany. This is the picture of Germany. Germany became the allegory of the German nation. In visual representation, Germany wears a crown of oak leaves. She is wearing here a crown of oak leaves. German oak stands for heroism. Some symbols are shown here in this box. You can read it with the help of table. The table is also given in your book. The broken chain. You are looking here. This is the broken chain. The broken chain always being presenting for the freedom. Bridge staple with eagle. This is here. Here you are looking on the Germania's dress also. This is for the strength of German Empire. Crown of the oak leaves. For the heroism. Sword. Ready for fight. She is always ready for the fighting. Along with the sword, the olive branch around the sword also you are looking. This is saying she is ready for to make peace. Tricolor, this is you are looking here. This tricolor, black, red and gold color, flag of the liberal nationalists in 1848, which was banned by the dukes of the German state. This is the flag. Then raise the rays of the rising sun, which are symbolized here as the beginning of new era, new time, new change. In this way, the symbols were used in Germany also to represent Germania. In this way, this is the visualization of Germany with the help of Germania, with the help of different symbols. Another two figures are also shown in your book. You have to read it and understand the meaning. In this way, you have understand the visualizing the nation, how the artist used the allegory and the different symbols. I hope you have understand the nationalism, the visualizing the nation. Now, the last point remain the nationalism and the imperialism that we will see in the next video.